Down by the river, where the souls awaken. Guitar strings crying, blues notes taken.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Areas in the Nation, guys. I have a very special guest, Mark Masterson. Guys, listen, if you're not aware of this channel, go check his channel out. It is awesome. It is a good place to be with an equally loving community. And that's the one thing we preach here over on Areas in the Nation is community. Be a part of the community, not just a subscriber to the channel. Big difference. So
Very well said. Very well said.
Mark, what is, it's a very vague question, but why YouTube? Why your channel? I feel like that's a big question.
Yeah, that is a question. Basically, how I got started. Never really even was watching YouTube for that matter. Didn't even really know you could watch YouTube. I just thought YouTube is there, skate videos, I guess. You can watch music videos from the actual artist, that sort of thing, maybe funny clips and stuff like that. Didn't know there was this whole other side to it. When COVID hit, I of course was working from home, and I'm like, dang, I was watching TV and this rugby match came on, and I'm like, man, how does this game even work? I couldn't even understand it, right? So I'm like, I've got to know how this works. And so I had the bright idea of, well, let's ask YouTube. So I said, I just kind of like got enough courage, filmed myself and said, I want to learn rugby. And then I kind of proceeded to, before I did this video, I'd watched a few people talk about rugby, show rugby clips, so on and so forth. So I used one of those and said, what is this? And I basically just asked questions. And man, oh man, the response was overwhelming. And there were so many people who were like explaining, hey, you need to watch this. This explains the game, so on and so forth. Long story short, learned the game within a year, met a ton of cool people who
Awesome.
loved rugby, who are passionate about rugby. Rugby's never going to take over for American football for me, but I can watch a rugby match, be into it, understand what's going on. And I owe it all to the wonderful people on YouTube, who majority were from England, a few from South Africa, all the big rugby playing nations.
Yeah.
One from France, but mainly the UK, and some from Australia as well. And then one day, I kind of stopped a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, great. I've gotten what I got out of it. I understand the game. Someone said, you should check out, I believe it was Al Murray. Okay. They said, you need to check out Al Murray, and I'm sure you know who Al Murray is.
Yeah.
And they said, check this out. He's a British comedian, this, that, pub landlord, so on and so forth. I'm like, okay, I've never heard of him. Laughed my ass off. Thought it was hilarious. And then that, as you know, just snowballed into check this guy out. Mickey Flanagan. Check this guy out. Dave Allen, the old Scottish comedian or Irish comedian. And it just snowballed from there. The two Ronnies, so on and so forth.
Man.
And I was like, okay. And then someone said, oh, well, if you don't want to do comedy, check out this, whatever it was. It may have been the marching of one of the King's Guards or the Royal Marines band. It was probably the Royal Marine band.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, that is awesome. And I just kind of snowballed from there. And I got so into the culture, learning about history, because it branched out into history and the pub culture and just all the wonderful things that you don't see here.
Yeah.
And that's what draws you in. It's just the foreignality. And I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm making one up as we talk.
Yeah.
It was just so out of this realm for me. It made me really feel, gosh, I haven't really seen anything. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Then I'm all, well, I can't just keep doing this. But more and more people started following along, subscribing. And then you get past whatever the line was to where you can monetize. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll monetize. Still to this day, I don't really make any money. I'm not that big. I don't get a lot of, interaction, but I've got a community which has just blown my mind, who have changed my world and my life and my whole way of thinking. These people next to my family and friends here in the States are just amazing.
Yeah.
And I have daily conversations with these people, and they're just wonderful. And this journey that I'm on has just been incredible. And I've learned so much. I've forgotten so much, but it's so funny because I'm getting so much information about just the history and royalty and who's who, and it's overwhelming.
It's vast.
But but it's joyful. It's fun to be overwhelmed. Like I said, I forgot so much, but it's there because I'll watch a video down the road and I'll go,
it'll like click.
Yeah. I'll go, oh yeah, I do remember this, and I'll pull it out and go, that is so and so, or this place reminds me of this place, and people are like, yeah, and it's just the whole. I never thought I would be doing reactions, right? It's such a weird thing to say.
It's odd. It's
Right?
odd because that just explaining it to someone that is not understanding of this is just like it's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, even when I'm explaining it to my father, I'm like, I'm basically a billboard for Google. I built an online billboard for Google. Let's just keep it like that. That's kind of what it is. Just plain and simple. Because trying to explain what it is that it is what we do behind the camera is crazy. The definition of crazy. You remember recording your first reaction, you're looking into this thing and you're like, there's no one behind here. I am alone. I am alone in this space talking to no one.
Might be the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, you're just like,
I'll go back and I'll look at those old rugby videos, and oh my God, I remember going back and I actually read some old comments, and one of them said, "Dude, you're no good at this. You should give it up."
Oh my God!
And I hadn't. If I would have read it back then, I may have given it up because it was so awkward, right? and I. I consider myself a ham. I have no problems being on camera. I have no problems being in front of people. But talking to what you're hoping there's someone out there listening, right? But you don't know.
You don't know.
There could be nobody. Like every time I do a live stream, I'm amazed that I get the people that show up. I'm always expecting, 1, 2.
Yeah.
He ends up being, 40. It's not a lot compared to a lot of people. Like I said, it's a very small, close-knit community, and there's a reason really for that.
Yeah.
And it's just grown into this family kind of a feel, and it's just why I wouldn't trade it for anything.
No,
and granted, I do put monetization on all videos. But really, I would do this for free. And the money I make basically pays for my YouTube premium.
Okay.
And VPN. That's the amount I make, and basically just goes right back into that. And I really, which then kind of takes me to where we are currently and listening to you and just the hustle. It's tough. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for YouTube people who have this as a career because there really isn't a downtime. I don't know when you get a break.
It's
Except
very
when
important.
you're sleeping.
it's very important, and this is where I fell down this trap, and I think the community over here knows. Um, I burnt out. You know, man. Like I
Burnout.
just burnt
Yes.
out completely, and I just you pick your battles that you want to try to win, and the course of this channel has changed from music reactions to this, because this is what I want to do. This is where I feel like this talk makes the community out there of reactors a little bit smaller, because the best part about our communities, and I feel like you feel the same way, is that they'll have a conversation with or without you,
Mhm.
like they know each other, so it's like it for me. It's like, okay, if they can be this close and they know
Right.
each other from all these different places they've seen each other at,
Yeah.
why can't we be that close as well?
Yeah.
Like, we need to be talking as well, because this is a collective community, you
Yeah.
know and so it makes the vastness of YouTube seem a little bit smaller with every one of these interviews. And we've had people that just primarily do music reactions, and we have the people that do reactions to UK stuff on the
Mhm.
channel, and it's just this. I love it because YouTube is just so massive, and every day it grows a little bit more. So it's always these unique points of view, even if it is the same video. And that's what I love about it, because you can take a video that, let's say, you've checked out, we've checked out, Eclectic Beards checked out, and you get your own pull away from it. You get your own pull away, your own, and you make it your own. And that's what
Mhm.
that's what I love about it. Like, I was in the same boat as you. I didn't understand reactions,
I
like,
still don't, to be honest with you.
but I feel like they're either reliving nostalgia or watching you learn.
Oh, the reason why they're popular, I totally get.
Yeah.
Why the genre is popular, I absolutely get. You are, especially when it comes to the UK and the British people, they are prideful of their country and their history. And there are things they grew up with that they cherished. And to see someone else, they want to share and they enjoy seeing someone else enjoy them
Yeah.
as much as they did. And it's the same while I'll watch a British person react to hard hits of football
Yeah.
or just some random video, right? But you know what I mean? Just something that I enjoy. And you're
Yeah.
watching somebody who it's foreign to see it for the first time and go, what the heck is going on here? And you want to like talk to them in
Yeah.
person to
Right.
explain it. You're so excited. So I get the genre and I totally get why it's popular. I had no idea going into it any of this, right? But as
Yeah.
I started getting more and more feedback and people talking to me, I was like, I'm really connecting with some people. At first, I was like, this can't be real. Why would they be wanting to watch this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This masterpiece here, right? Why would they want to do that? But it wasn't about that. It was like they had like this connection with something they love. And whether it's a piece of history, whether it's their hometown that we're checking out, whether it's like we'll do a part of a battle, a famous battle, or some unforgotten battle that their grandfather or great grandfather had connection to. It just, there's so many webs that weave together that draws us all in. You've been on, and I'm so grateful that you do pop in on our live chats, Sunday hangouts, and you'll notice they're all talking to each other. They're
Yep.
not even talking to me, and I'm just kind of just sitting there in silence while they're all chatting to each other.
Yeah.
No one's asking me anything. I'm just sitting there watching, and I love that.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. And it's like the one time they can get together, so they look forward to like, hey, I hope so and so is going to be on there.
Yep.
I wanted to ask him something. I just absolutely love it, and I love everyone that is part of the channel family, as we call it. It's our channel.
Oh, yeah.
It's not my channel. It's
No.
our channel,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's all of ours.
That's
I'm nothing without these people.
Yep. That's what I think about it, man. That's the way I think about it. And that's another reason why I think I started to do a lot of not on this channel, but or I guess for this channel too. When we do the release the interview, it's usually in premiere form. So you have that live feel and you can come in and talk to the community while they're watching the video, which is
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty
What a great idea.
which is a pretty good way to get the interaction within the community
Yeah.
without having to go live. That's just another way to do it. But that's what I do with these
Yeah, that's a great
videos.
idea. I never even thought about
Yeah, especially with like the
doing something
longer
like
form
that.
videos that I've reacted to. If it's an hour, a little bit over an hour, I'll probably put it as a premiere just because people can congregate and talk. You know.
And you get that real-time explanation
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
If it's something
exactly.
you don't understand, you can ask in real time, because I'll ask a lot of questions. And I'll have to wait. That's what I love about the emails I get and the chats in the comment section, because the goal of my channel, of our channel,
Mhm.
is to learn,
Yep.
as much as I can, to see new and amazing things that I've never seen before. It's not to make
No.
my next car payment.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm doing it. I want to learn, and I'm really just honestly, I'm really into it. And I believe they sense that and understand that, and they're more than willing to talk about it and share their experiences, their knowledge. And it's
It's
just, I do my learning on the video, but I do way more learning
the
after the
comment
video.
section. The comment
Yeah.
section is undefeated, man. Like
Yeah.
some of the information that gets put out there is just like, how do you like? It's so it's flabbergasting to see how much knowledge everyone just has about something
Mhm.
that, let's say, I didn't even know about. Like let's say, like you said, like a battle or a type of airplane or some secret mission that in the US, I feel like on my journeys, I've seen our bubble that we lived in.
And
It's
you can
become
have some experience in talking about it. Yeah.
it's like, okay, I get it. We're in a vast vacuum here, you know. But it's been so amazing to navigate other cultures through the comment section and through people that are actually there and giving their history, their
Mhm.
tidbits, their 2 cents, their grandparents' experiences. Because it's like, did you know that my great grandfather was in here? Like, holy crap, that's some history right there. Like
Yeah.
they can trace. Well, I mean, it's so unique because the U.S. we haven't been around for a long time, but we are going at a breakneck speed, creating history ourselves. But
Mhm.
they got that on
We're
lockdown. Like
babies. We're just
we're
babies compared to them.
what is that saying? 100 miles is a long distance, and a
To
hundred
them
years is and
is a long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
100 miles for them is long distance. 100 years for us is a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always make the comment, and they're probably, if they're watching, they're going to be tired of hearing this. I'm sure it's like, you can walk out of any building, pick up a rock, and throw it in any direction. You're going to hit something that is a minimum 500 years old,
yep,
no
I
matter where
believe
you
that.
are in that country. And there's going to be some historical significance to it, which is just,
It's mind
mind
blowing.
blowing,
Yeah, and over here you can pick up and throw a rock and not hit nothing.
and no one will hear it.
No one will hear it because you're in the middle of nowhere. Because we have
Mhm,
lots of middle of nowheres over
mhm.
here. Um.
Yes, so true.
So what? So let me see. I'm trying to formulate this question. Besides the let's say the British side of things, you said you did you ever go down any of the Australian rabbit holes or
I revealed this the other day. My goal when I started learning about history, so on, about UK history, British history, I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn uh, all there is to know about that. And then I'm gonna go to another country, and maybe I'll go to France and learn all I can about France, or Australia, probably Australia because they speak English.
Yeah.
And that was the goal, and I could just and I can cover the world. I'm nowhere near being done with that darn island. It is so chock full of stuff, and just when you think you're kind of like, okay, I could kind of see where this goes, no, there's a whole nother layer underneath. It's just layer upon layer,
not even close.
Like figuratively and literally as well in their earth over there. There's just layer and layers of history. That's how it is figuratively, just trying to get through it. It's just never
endless.
ending.
It's endless.
I'll tell you right now, I will never be done.
Yeah, I get that. I 100% understand what you mean.
Now, YouTube may say I'm done.
Yeah.
But I personally will not be done. I intend to get over there. We're planning trips over there as we speak. Awesome. And I'm really into like pub culture. I want to try.
That's so different, isn't it? It's different.
The histories of these things. I mean, it's just intense. And there's so many places I want to go. Obviously, I can't do it all. Yeah. We're going to go to London, unfortunately, but fortunately for me, because I've never seen it and I get to see all the crazy stuff that I've only seen on video. Everybody's like, yeah, London. I get, London, but I've never been. So you got to start there. Get that out of the way. Then I can start to spread my wings, and next subsequent visits, I want to go for Christmas time. I love the Christmas market idea. I just think it's just fascinating, just amazing, because I love Christmas time, and it just looks wonderful. And I get really excited talking about it. Yeah, I would love to go there for like 6 months. That would be ideal. But
that would probably be what it takes to get a taste, right? Mm-hmm. Like a 6-month vacation. For those of you that are in the UK, we don't get 6 months of leave or break at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
So usually Americans go for max 2 weeks, maybe.
I have 30 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a month paid vacation, awesome. But I've been with this company forever.
Gotcha.
But 2 weeks is like the starting point. You can maybe get a third week there if you've been really good.
Yeah.
And accrued enough time. But you can't use it all at once.
It's a massive
just
undertaking.
Destroy everything when you got back.
Oh my God. No sick days.
Right.
Yeah. No, nothing like that. And that's, it's a hard concept for a lot of people across the pond that it's alien. That's a foreign concept to them as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's just cultures.
Yep.
We have a different culture here. We have a work, people want to work 80 hours. Maybe they don't want to, but it's just, that's the norm.
That's the norm.
80-hour weeks, some more, some 6 days a week. And it is, it's kind of a, strange concept for some, for sure.
We just finished sending my buddy from Embrace the Stuck 21 to the UK for about 17 days. And he absolutely loved it. Loved it. Yeah, man. He was able to meet some of the people from the community, and he just had a blast. He had a blast. We sent him because I'm not solo. He's solo. He's solo dolo. He can do it himself. Wife, kid. It's hard for me to make.
Our wife probably wants to go as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be my wife and I. We just sent my son on a school trip to London. Actually, he went to this past summer. We sent him. He went to Ireland, Dublin, and then Scotland, Edinburgh, and then they went down to London. And he was there 11 days, and he loved it. I was a little jealous. I'm like, I'm the one who wants to go. I mean, how are you the one? When we heard the school trip was and where it was going, I just looked at my wife.
Can I chaperone?
Are you kidding me? No, we didn't want to do the chaperone thing because we wanted to go to pubs. We
Yeah,
wanted to go
true,
to do all
true,
this stuff. We didn't want to be
true,
stuck
true.
in the hotel,
Babysitting. You
right?
don't want to be
So
babysitting. Yeah. No, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
Good call on that. Yeah.
we
If I
want to
want to
be able to
go,
do
it's
our
gonna
own
be.
thing.
I want to be able to drink
Yeah.
at least a pint at a proper
Oh,
pub, at least once.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Um.
Yeah, but it's one of those dream trips for me, and I'm so looking forward to when it happens.
Oh
Hopefully,
man.
within the next couple of years, that we can get there.
I hope that happens for you, man, because that's definitely
Oh, it's
awesome.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just finding the time.
Yeah.
And this next coming up summer is going to be tough because that's my son's a junior. He'll be going into his senior year. We're going to be hitting up a lot of colleges, so that's going to be taking a lot of our summertime up. So, yeah, we just got to try to get it to work.
Where does he want to go? Where does he want to end up
There's
in?
a couple places like TCU,
Okay.
SMU. So he likes the state of Texas. North Carolina is kind of on his list. So yeah, I'm just happy he wants to get out of the state of California.
A big move. That's a big move from Cali to NC.
Yeah,
That's
I'm happy he does. I'm happy he doesn't want to stay in California.
Oh, that's awesome.
We don't want to stay in California. We would like to move. My mother-in-law lives in Mooresville, North Carolina.
Okay.
And which is doing okay, by the way. Just throw that out there. It's like 40 miles north of Charlotte.
Okay.
And they're doing okay, but it's just beautiful country country out there, and I'd love to move to North Carolina. I really would.
It's nice out here on the east coast.
Yeah,
it's definitely like my buddy that I do the Embrace the Suck 21 channel with. He lives in North Carolina.
Oh.
And so whenever I go visit him right down south, it's nice. It's nice country out there for sure. Beautiful.
What state are you in?
Maryland. Yeah, that's what all this crazy flag is. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I see it.
we tend, you can, if you just squint a little bit, it's somewhere.
I should have. I thought it was just wall art there for a minute there, but focusing in on, I should have known that.
It's everywhere, man. We put. I love it. I've embraced that trope of we put our flag on effing everything, and we do. Like, look, there's a Maryland palm tree. We don't even have palm trees in Maryland, but I had to get it.
Absolutely.
So no, it's pretty nice out here on the East Coast for sure. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I can't wait because someday I will be in that very similar situation of having to go college hunting, and it's a joy, it's a fear, but I can wait until it happens. I'm not trying to rush.
You've got a long way to go. Let me tell you, if he's five, you've got some great years.
Yeah.
Ahead of you.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to hold on to trying to be the cool dad as long as possible until we butt heads for a little bit of time. And then at the end of that, I want to have the best drinking buddy ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I also have an older son who's 27. Who I am that cool drinking buddy now. My son who's 16, Cooper, I'm now known as just like comic relief. That is where I'm at. It's him and his mom discuss everything that has to do with anything. And Dad, can you give me a ride here? But he actually just got his license, so I don't even have to do that.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I am basically useless at this point.
But no, man, no. Now you gear into what's funny, and this is what I believe, that like YouTube and let's say this path behind the screen gets you when it's supposed to, and it's weird. It's really weird. We started our channel 2021, January 2021, and that was right when my son Alexander, he was old enough where I could leave for a day, sure. and then that's when we would record because we were stuck in our apartment at that time, just crammed up, and we couldn't move. I was like, well, I have to get out. I have to do something.
Get outside. Yeah.
I'm about to break, and so that's how the reaction started on our side. It's just a way to get out and do something different, figure stuff out. It was never meant to be a reaction channel per se. We were going to do an obstacle course, like marathon type thing, a Tough Mudder thing.
Sure.
And we were, it's supposed to be a fitness channel, which that got destroyed, right? Right off the bat, we fell off that wagon and it ran us over.
Whose idea is this?
That was mine because I was like going through like a quarter life. I was like,
Okay.
let's do something, because I've been
Yeah.
stuck, pent up all,
Yeah.
pretty much that whole year. And so we were checking it out, and we stumbled upon, my wife was the one that said, why don't you check out to see how they make the churros at Taco Bell? We're like, that, whatever, we'll check it out. That was our first reaction. All right. And from there, my buddy Spencer wanted me to check out a band called Oasis.
Okay.
All right. That's when the Brits came marching in.
Yeah.
That's when they just flooded and it basically took over the channel. And not in a bad way. I'm just saying they know what they did. They know what they did completely, because my God,
They got you.
They got us, and to this day, we're still going strong on Embrace the Sub 21.
That's funny.
And it's funny how like these channels, it grabs you and takes you on this crazy ride, and each individual person's community, their channel, their journey is unique. It's not copy and paste. Even though we may have some similar videos, our journey on how we got there is unique. And it's we've built this awesome thing that I didn't know existed out there, which was a online community, which is absolutely, like you said, the best part of this whole thing. The best part of this whole thing is the comment section, the engagement, the interaction with people that are, I mean, my God, wait, for you, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in the future.
Wow.
Right? I think. Because
yeah. They're 5 ahead of you.
Yeah, they're 5 ahead of me. So there'll be 8 ahead of you.
Yes.
But you're interacting with them, and like it's nuts. It's crazy that this technology has been able to open these doors and bring these channels of communication that normally we would never have stumbled upon.
No. And there's no way. There's no way I would have chosen to do this, probably if it weren't for COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that started a lot of channels.
Yeah. I'm grateful. I'm blessed that it did.
So,
there's probably no way that would have happened.
No, I do have a question. So, how do you prevent from, let's say, burnout? Because I know you work your 9 to 5, your primary job. When do you carve out time to make to do the reactions, and do you have a list to pull from, and how do you select what goes up on your channel next?
All right, so this is kind of a roundabout explanation here, and it's going to kind of cover a few different things.
Okay.
When I first started, people were just suggesting, because I really didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
From one video to the next. So they would just start suggesting videos. I was just doing them. I would pull them up. They would usually send me the link or whatever, or the title. I would put it on, save for later kind of thing. Do the video, watch it, and go, wow, that was cool, and that would lead to more suggestions. Pretty soon, my to-do list was, 100 videos long. And it's like, there's no way and I'm getting more every day. And I'm like, I can't do this. Right.
Yeah.
So then I had to kind of narrow it down and say, okay, videos that are like 20 minutes, or less, because I can't just do hour videos and, do that. Then eventually the algorithm would pop up something. Oh, well, that kind of interests me. I wonder if it would interest them. So I'll do one of those, and sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss.
Yeah.
I do my videos at about 4:35 in the morning. I get up. That's when I get up. I
Wow.
usually go to bed about 9:30. And I'm an early riser. I get up about 4:30, get my coffee, kind of let my eyes focus. I
Yeah.
put my glasses on and let them kind of focus in on the fine print. And about 5:15, I'll do the video. And I'm awake and and I'm a more attentive at that hour than I would be like if I were to do videos right now.
Yeah.
You know, or at your time, what is it? 10:40
10.
your
Yeah.
time.
10:40.
Yeah, I couldn't do them at that hour. My focus isn't there. I'm more focused earlier in the morning, and that's just kind of how I've always been. So and I used to do like 3 a day
Wow.
back in the day. In fact, I did more than 3 a day, but I would only show 3 a day, and I would have enough to bank for tomorrow, and I'd have enough bank for the following. Pretty soon I had
Yeah.
like a month of videos,
Which is a healthy way to do it. I mean,
and so I could take the day off and
yeah.
not worry about it. And that was great. But it got to the point where it was like, oh my God, this video I did so long ago. Like by the time it aired, it was 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
when I did it or whatever it was. And I'd forgotten about it. And someone would comment on it, and I was already on to the next video, and then been the information that had been shoved out of my head already, except for maybe some high points, that were in it, but little things. And I have to go, God, what was that video? What was that person's name? And I was like, this just isn't, I'm not going to learn that way, because I realized that I'm learning from the comment section, from the emails, but they're not coming until 2 weeks after I've actually watched the video.
Okay.
And I can't do it that way anymore. So I let that just kind of wind down. And I said, I've got to just do this on a, video by video basis. And I realized early on that I wasn't here to make money. So it was like, okay, Mark, you don't need to put out 3 videos a day, right? Try to do 1 a day. I was doing 1 a day, which was easy. I could talk about it, learn about it, kind of understand it. People then can, but then it was like, I don't need to really even do 1 every day. So now I'm like, occasionally, now I'm just like, whenever I do videos, whenever,
which
right?
is great. Like,
yeah, it's a happy medium here.
It's a happy medium, because you don't want to become a slave to the algorithm,
right?
Like
it'll spit you out. Yeah, I guess that is going to answer the question in a very long-winded process, and I apologize. To keep from burning out is I only do every once a day. If I want to do them again the next day, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But if I want to take a day off and just read the news and not spend my morning doing a video, I can do that. Or if something comes up, I'm not pressured. And that's why I have a lot of, I guess, respect, for the people that do this as a career.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure on putting out content. If you want to keep yourself in the algorithm, right? And keep being suggested, and you've got to be pumping that content out all the time.
It's exhausting to having to try to stay relevant at all times. It's very exhausting.
It's tough,
because a reaction is a creative process, and what you're doing is being creative in this time slot all the time. And it's like mandatory creativity, which doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. So it's definitely draining. And it's, I give those channels credit, that do it full time, especially those that are solo.
And let's be honest here. There are reactors, and then there are the original content videos.
Yes.
Those people are pumping them out, and the work they put into those videos is mind-blowing. The hours they spend, the late nights they spend editing, putting their stuff together, and they do it week in and week out. And I can't complain. I get to watch it, learn
Yeah.
from it, and then record myself doing that. I don't have the hours long editing process. You've seen my videos. They're quality wise, they're pretty poor. I'm not an expert
No,
in
man.
video production.
Come on.
They're pretty just basic stuff, right? But I just want to shout out to all those original content
Man.
creators, because
What
without
gems?
them, I'm nothing. I
Dude.
wouldn't be on this journey. And it's really important, that I'd like to just say, and I don't mean to get on a soapbox here, but it's really important that everybody goes out and supports them. It's really important.
Yep.
And because those people really have made my journey what it is, and allowed me to meet a lot of people.
Yes.
So it's important that we get out there and support them. So
because-
that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry.
Well, no. I want to echo something like very similar. It's just, yeah, without those gems, you wouldn't have the journeys to go on, and what I try to do is, always make sure you support the original content creator first.
Yes.
Always. Because that's how, and it's like, it's not just my channel that we're reacting to this. Like, watch their shit so they can keep doing their stuff. Because who knows what's going to happen to my channel? I hope their channels keep going strong for eons. Because they're very important.
Yeah.
They're dropping nuggets out there for the rest of time for everyone to go and access. This just fits a small moment on my journey.
And we do our part by hopefully more reactors. I wish more reaction channels would do this. Link to their video, link to their channel. I made a conscious effort to start asking everybody for permission, and it's been a long process. And I've been purging my channel of videos, because when I first started, I was doing all the requests, all the hits, right? And I was just doing them without asking, and I'd do them, and I'd get a strike here, I get 2 strikes, so I'd freak out.
Wow.
And eventually those would fall off, and I'm like, gosh, like a year ago, I said, I'm doing this all wrong. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. And why do I need the stress? So I started asking people, and you'd be amazed. And I've made a bunch of friends by going out and sending emails. Takes a little effort, finding their email, doing an email, sending it to them. Some have said no, and I respect that.
Yep.
Some agreed to it at first, saw me do a reaction, then came back and said, I'd rather not. I'm like, respect that. But most have given their blessing, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Because it's important. And now I'm talking about like the content creators. I'm not talking about the huge corporations that are.
Oh yeah, no. I got
BBC, or there's some big big companies and stuff like that put them out. I'll do one of their videos every once in a while. I've sent them emails to request but they've won't respond.
No, I get that.
But I've sent an email. I've gotten permission from the royal family to do.
That's awesome.
To do videos, and that was like the biggest thrill of my life.
That's awesome.
They had to vet me. They had to make sure I wasn't this wacko American who's just going to trash them, I imagine. But they are the kindest people, the people that work for them. And it's just one day I'm going to meet my idol, who is Princess Anne. And she's my hero. She's an amazing person. And one day I'm gonna interview her. I think
that would be
great.
Awesome.
It would be awesome.
That's
probably never
crowning moment,
but
that's a crowning moment for sure.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Just so I started purging a bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden, all the subscriptions started going down.
That's
just free falling. I'm like, oh man, well, I'm not here to make money, so why
Yeah,
should I care, right? I've
that's
got the core group of people. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm learning. They seem to be reciprocating, with happiness and joy, and it's just. But now they're starting to go back up again,
yeah, man.
and I don't know why we put so much, and that's YouTube's fault. They put so much onus on subscriptions and interactions and likes and all that stuff, and it becomes the focal point where I think a
Well,
lot of times we miss.
well, it throws it in your
You know,
face. It throws it in
yeah,
your face, right
yeah,
on the YouTube studio. It just in your
yeah,
face immediately numbers. That's it.
yeah,
Not like comments or anything else first. It's like boom, here you go. It's like
yeah.
damn.
It's
If
tough.
yeah,
I tried to ask to do an interview with an American uh, reaction channel. I'm not going to name them, of course, but and this just kind of opened my eyes to what it's like. I asked if I can interview them because I thought I enjoyed, even though I didn't watch a lot of American
uh-huh.
reacting to British, but I said, I think I know a lot of the people who follow me and who are part of our channel are probably a part of their channel, and they might
Yeah.
like to know kind of who they are. And they just couldn't. They didn't have time for me. They were polite about it. They said, "What's in it?" Basically, what's in it for us? And like, because they don't have time to take out of their busy schedule of putting out content
Yeah.
to make the money to be able to, for their house payment and whatnot,
Yeah.
their daily living.
It's a tough
They
one.
didn't have the time to to just talk to me. And I'm like, look, your channel is like huge. My channel, not big. Guarantee everyone who watches me already follows you. So there really isn't anything I can give you. So
That's
I kind of politely just
backed out.
backed
But,
out and said, I totally understand.
but
And it just made me, I understand it. Maybe at first I was like, wow, okay. But I realized it's like, dang, that is what you use the word hustle. It's so true.
yeah.
It's just they're constantly grinding and having to do content because you can't stop, because YouTube's gonna pull you off the
Whatever it is.
whatever it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and pretty soon you're not gonna be popping up on people's to watch
It's
feed or
and
whatever.
it's
It's nuts.
crazy. It's crazy. It's like
I don't know how people do it. I really don't.
it's listen, it's absolutely cutthroat. And it's a shame
Cutthroat.
that there are channels out there that, because I've approached some as well where, I wanted to bring community together, but
Mhm.
I'm small potatoes knocking on another door.
Mhm.
I'm knocking on someone's door that's, let's say, in their mind, the biggest freaking deal in the world. And there is no cross benefit, and I'm just like, but dude, you were small once too. Like, this is kind of like we're a rising tide float, raises all boats kind of thing. Like, we're a community, like we have to be in this together. And my hope and prayer is that anyone that I do have on this little channel of ours blows this channel out of the water, just goes to bigger success, bigger things, because we're here together and we succeed together. And it's really lonely at the top of a mountain if you're alone,
Mhm.
like with
I'm
that's
truly impressed by people who succeed on YouTube, because just in what I've done, which is in the grand scheme not a lot, um, as in like work man hours, right? Uh, it's just impressive what you have to do to get to the level of some of these people. And I'm not just speaking reaction channels. I'm speaking of how-to videos,
yeah,
or cooking channels, whatever it may be. There's just so much work because you're doing a lot of the work yourself,
yes,
because you can't afford to hire an editor. Now, you may get to the point where you can, or you hook up with your buddy who's really good at it. That's unfortunately, I have nobody in my family that either A is good at it or B wants to do it.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know if they've even seen my videos or watched them. They have a few when I first started, doing them.
Yeah.
But I know they don't sit and watch them on the regular,
Yep.
which is fine.
Yeah.
This is just my
Yeah.
time with my friends overseas, across the pond, and
Yep.
I cherish the time I have with them. It's just as I am with you. It's just interesting to talk to somebody you don't know, and I wish I had a Zoom that would hold everybody that you
Holy
can just
mackerel.
talk.
Yeah.
I know that's overwhelming, but it's just I wish I could talk to them and see them. So I've kind of toyed with the idea of having one-on-ones or one-on-three, maybe three of the members come on and we can chat, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Just a lot of them don't want to, which is fine.
Yeah.
But there are some who've offered, so I may end up doing that. But
That's cool. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
but I respect what you do, Daniel, and I'm really appreciative that you came on to my channel
Well,
and supported me. I thought it was wonderful.
well,
Thank you.
listen, it's all because of Luis or Elsie.
She's the
She's the one
best.
that was like, "Hey, you're doing all these interviews. Why don't you check?" I was like, "Hell yes."
I love that woman.
Yeah.
She's so amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's what I tell everyone. It's like in the community, I will talk to everyone. I don't care. Like bring them together. This is the round table. Let's all eat. You know what I mean? That's because the community knows everyone. Let's see who else we can meet. And that's the exciting part of this journey. Like the next level is to just make us a community as well.
Yeah.
Just so individualistic, because that's what I thought it was when we started this journey 3 and almost 4 years ago. And getting to know the people in the creative space behind the screens, doing the reactions it's been a blessing, and it's made YouTube feel a lot less vast, and it's
I'd like to ask you a question.
Yeah. Shoot.
Of all you've done a lot of interviews now with YouTube reactors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the common denominator, like the common thing with everybody? We're all very different. Like I watched the one with King Boomer.
Yeah,
that guy has got tons of subscribers. He's huge.
Yeah.
And then I watched one of another with another woman who wasn't, she's about my size, I think, channel wise. And so you're getting all the different wide spectrum. And is there like a common theme with every reactor?
The common theme so far, is how inconsistent YouTube is with what it allows and what it doesn't allow. That's the common theme. And let's say either something gets blocked where another channel has it up, or something gets, let's say, copyright claim where another channel maybe has it free and clear. There's a lot of inconsistencies with that.
Yeah. When I was first starting out, that I was so confused.
Well, you did sports.
Some people had these comedians on.
Yeah.
And I would try to do them, and they are literally blocked.
Yep.
Like I couldn't even put them up and just be demonetized, which I'm like totally cool with.
Yeah.
I'd have bunch of my videos are demonetized. They couldn't be monetized.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that, right? Because I don't
You're
care.
like, let them be seen.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I just want them to be out there and enjoy and learn. And but these were like completely blocked. Like I couldn't even put them up. But then I'm seeing all these other reactors do them. And I'm like, how and why? I don't understand. I still
don't. So that's the common thing. And that's the thing that what makes me want to pull my hair out all the time. It's like, look at this. How come, and then I just get so frustrated. Sometimes I just sink in my chair. I'm like, it's on YouTube. If they didn't want me to see it, it shouldn't be on YouTube. Anything on YouTube that you can find on YouTube should be able to be reacted to. whether for money or not for money. But whatever. That's just my perfect world that we don't live in. But that's the common theme. And what happens is that really limits how much we can truly help each other. Because what works for my channel that gets, let's say, my videos out there won't necessarily work for your channel.
Right.
It picks and chooses who it wants to show you. Like
Mhm.
there's channels out there that when Embrace the Suck 21 first started out there, that started with us. And same content, same release schedule. They faded away. And then we and it's just kind of like what happened. We had the same videos, same upload schedules, and same, and it's just weird who this magical algorithm wizard picks to put in front of people. There's
Right.
no rhyme or reason at all.
It certainly seems that way,
Yeah.
for sure.
And so that's the common theme, that there are some people that have learned to navigate to the best of their abilities to get around copyright claims. Now, for everyone watching, a video can be copyright claimed and then and still be visible, where the
Mhm.
original content creator makes their money, right, on the views. Then there's a copyright claim that'll just block it. It'll be blocked completely, where we just basically took our 20
Yep.
minutes and just threw it at the wall. And that's the most frustrating thing, because you don't know until you uploaded the video.
Mhm.
And so that's I would say the commonality out of all the niches, all the reactions, especially at least the different channels I've talked to, and our personal journey over on our bigger channel, has been that it's just first come first serve. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest freaking thing. So that's what gets a lot of people frustrated with
Yeah,
the machine.
there's a lot of unknowns with YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're not very good at explaining why.
Nope.
Like the whole subscription dropping, people just I was subscribed, but now it says I'm not subscribed. That sort of thing. I hear about that a lot,
Yep.
and so you just kind of wonder
It's
what the heck's going on, right? So
it's like a like I have a couple more channels than just this one, so I can see what happens kind of in a weird kind of spread. Like I have different channels with different niches, and I've been unsubscribed from my other channels as well. Like it makes no sense. It just picks and chooses. And the notifications, that's one of my biggest gripes, is I think notifications aren't getting sent out, especially for people that have subscribed to your channel from way when you began.
right,
They're not getting notifications as today. Those same people you
right.
reached in the beginning aren't getting notifications today, but they're still subscribed. That's the part that I have a big bone to pick with YouTube.
Yeah, I can see the frustration for people, especially it always goes back to if you're doing this as a career.
Yeah.
It's just, it can be frustrating, even if it's not your career, but you're using it to supplement your income.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating. It really, really can. And I get it.
And
I totally get it.
And there's a lack of human help available. There's nobody to talk to.
Zero.
So you're just
You're sending emails
into oblivion, whatever.
or chat.
Yeah,
they have a chat, don't they?
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things, man. It's YouTube is. How do I wrap up YouTube? For me, it's the biggest blessing of YouTube is that you reach everyone. The biggest curse of YouTube is that you reach everyone.
You potentially could.
You potentially could reach everyone.
Yeah.
And you never know who's watching. And for me lately, the whole reason I've been moving, sort of leaning away from reaction type content, especially music reactions, I'm not doing them anymore. It's just because it's I want to find that one, I want to bring community together, and two, I feel like this is our original content. This is you and me talking. You
Yeah,
know,
you don't
this
have to
this
worry about any of that.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. So when you do travel, make sure you vlog about it. Make sure you do a vlog.
Yeah.
Gotta
I would
do it.
love now I've done like I've gone to Costa Rica
Yeah.
and a few other places and I've tried, I've done shorts. I haven't really done like full on videos of our adventures.
Uh-huh.
I've done shorts of just kind of as like updates,
Yeah.
which I enjoy. I haven't done any sort of like actual like vlogging.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm not sure even how to do it, to be honest with you, but yeah, definitely going to have to. And I also want to set up like a meet and greet
Oh, that would be awesome, man.
when we
Yeah.
get out there, because I do know a lot of people who live in and around London. So I think it would be pretty awesome to be able to see some of the people from our channel and just kind of have a beer and chit
Yeah.
chat and talk about things and maybe get ideas of stuff to do. But yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
we'll see how my wife is with me with a camera in her face all the time. Probably will hate it, I'm sure.
Oh
And
man.
I don't want to miss my trip either. I don't want to miss what
That's
I'm
true.
seeing.
That's true.
I know there's a happy medium because a lot of people are able to do it flawlessly. But I am not that person.
You're
So I'm
more
going to need a lot of practice.
real. Like I want to be in this moment.
Yeah,
Not
I want to be in the moment. Yeah, exactly.
I get that.
So,
I get that.
but I understand the need to do it.
Yeah.
And I'd be dumb if I didn't. So, because people who couldn't come and visit while we're there
Yeah.
want to know how it went. They don't want to hear me describe it.
Yeah, they
wanna
want to
see
see
it.
it for
They want to
sure.
see where I went, and
For sure.
I totally get that. So
Oh man.
by the time I go, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely do some practice runs right around where you live. You know what I mean?
I,
Do
I
some practice
intend to do.
runs.
I intend to do that. I do want to start shifting off reactions and do more of
Yeah.
a exploring
That's
kind of a thing
my
naturally.
my next foray for one of my other channels is I want to take the channel outside and I'm gonna try to do a vlog of the Gettysburg battlefield and Antietam.
Oh,
I'm right
nice.
there. I'm
You're
right
right there.
I'm right there.
How
And I'm
awesome.
like, that's what I want. Like I want to check out the Gettysburg film, which I didn't know was 4 hours long. I want to check out that, and I want to throw that on another site.
Mhm.
And kind of because a lot of my the people in the community are from the UK, and they have all chipped in with little tidbits of about World War II, the First World War, stuff like that. And so my Rec Nation channel is geared for more military history,
Oh, nice.
and that's what I'm diving in. And so I was like, I would love to check out more Civil War American type history. I think I don't even know enough about that because I don't think they covered any of that. And if they did, I was like my son's age, and they're like,
Right.
technically we crossed that off the
Yeah,
syllabus.
we're lacking in a lot of areas
Yeah.
for sure when it
Oh
comes to that
man,
thing.
man.
We do
but
fit the stereotype every once in a while,
yes, 100%.
for sure.
And it's appalling because I feel like,
Yeah.
especially for education now, it's like you learn to regurgitate. You memorize just so you can regurgitate on the test. You don't absorb. It doesn't sink in. Like
Yeah.
once that test is over, that subject's over, it's over for the rest of your time in school. Like,
Right.
you don't touch it again. Right? So how am I going to learn something in a month? You know what I mean? Like it's impossible. Like I'm just now remembering videos from a 3.5 year journey through UK culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm just now making callbacks to things, and things are clicking. And I'm like, that
Right.
took 3.5 years, like you said, and I'm still on the same island.
Yep.
So, but listen,
I totally get you. Totally get it.
I I really appreciate you taking your time to jump on this channel and have this talk. And for real, anytime you want to come back on, anytime you have an announcement to make, anytime you want to just chit chat, shoot the shit, I'm here for it. You just have to give me a call. You got the key. Door's always open. Well, then you
Daniel.
wouldn't really need a key.
Yeah.
Door's open.
I got you, man.
We
Thank
just have
you
to figure
so
out the
much.
time.
Yeah, exactly. I know with the time difference, and yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you being patient and
Man,
accommodating.
Of course.
And I want to say thank you again to popping in on the channel and supporting us. And
always
much love, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And for all you guys, make sure, listen, there is a place that called More where you can find all of Mark's links where you can find him. It's in the description of the video. I'm gonna, like, I keep teasing this, I'm gonna make a tutorial video on where to click to find more, because I swear to God there's always more in the descriptions. You can find a lot of things that you guys ask about in the description box. Just putting it out there. Someday it'll catch on. But listen,
I'm behind you.
Yeah.
I support what you're doing, my friend.
Yeah. Well, guys, Mark, again, thank you to everyone watching. Make sure you unplug, do something legendary, and make sure I see you over on Mark's channel. All right, guys?
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Thanks, Daniel.
Later.